Evening everyone, Andy Glen here, Sharks TV, joined by Martin Grubb as always. Martin, 10-1 win, convincing win in the end, but hard fought match.
Yeah, no, I thought, like they would, I thought Deeside come to play. Big team, physical team. They clearly had that structure, especially off the puck. They wanted to try and make it difficult for us to enter the zone. I thought the first period we took a wee bit of time to get used to that almost different level of competition and physicality. We've maybe not been used to. We spells against Widnes, we kind of lost our way with a bit of physicality, but yeah, and then we made some adjustments at the end of the first period. Players started to really bear down on what we asked. And I thought second and third period were excellent. We scored some really good goals. Guilty sometimes of overplaying, but I think that's the confidence that we've got running through. We had 4 lines, they all contributed. We were skating, we were good on the puck. I would like to have seen us a few more times being a wee bit better in the D zone, but third period, by that time we got that. They kept coming all night, even right to the death there. And they kept putting pucks to the net, and they kept driving the net. And the scoreline probably doesn't do them any justice, because I thought they were a decent team. I thought a big physical team, and as I say earlier, they come to play. So we've got to be happy. As always, me, I would have probably liked us not have conceded, because I thought it came from our mistake initially. But that's part of the game and part of my job of trying to tidy things up, and we'll do that. But no, I actually thought that was a decent game and enjoyed the win.
So that's about as happy as we ever see you after a game, I would suggest.
Yeah, maybe it was softened a wee bit. At the start, with Struan and his 400th game, and I think we spoke without him. Probably when he hears this now, he'll understand. We spoke without him that it was a massive milestone for him, and as a club, obviously, and as a bunch of players and coaching staff, we wanted to make sure we went out and we played the way we should, and we won the game comfortably, and then he could play a part in that. So, obviously,
it's a tricky thing in some senses, because it was an emotional day for everyone connected with the club, and with Struan 400 games with one club is an amazing milestone. And the emotion could have got taken away, but there was a real focus on the game. Second period was just really nice. Hockey, power play kicked in a lot better than it did last week as well, and really good performances from Connolly, Hamill, Lewis, Houston as well. Some real good, and Gappa and Scotty were just amazing.
Yeah, I think, like I say, we had 4 lines there that all contributed. I thought Ross Connolly slotted in there nicely. He's not played for maybe 5-6 weeks. And obviously when he was in Hull, their situation, not necessarily Ross, but the situation they had at the time was no imports, and they were in a difficult spot. So he hasn't actually won a game this year until tonight. So, it was nice for him to come into this environment. Cammy, it was nice for him to finally get his goal. He had a few chances. I think Johnny put a couple on a plate for him, and he was just gripping his stick a wee bit too tight. But nice to see that happen. I thought Travis, when he got a bit more ice time there, and I would love to. I'll wait till the video comes. I'd love to see the penalty. I thought it was a great hit.
It was never a penalty, Martin.
I think he done his job, and it was nice to see him contribute. And the guys you mentioned, whether it be Lewis, Scotty, Gaps, etc. Everybody in this team's got a job and they've got a role, and they're all starting to do it really well. The third line, there was some shot blocks, there was some chances created there. We got a short-handed goal tonight, so I thought that Deeside, if I'm honest, they probably helped us by the way they play. They came to play. We realised it was going to be a contest, and we stepped up, and we showed that we're ready to step up no matter who we're playing. Teams want to come here and mix it, we'll mix it. If you want to come here and sit back like they did at times and clog the neutral zone, we'll find a way to beat that. And as we keep saying, we can only focus on ourselves. We know we've got the ability, we know we've got the work rate, we know we've got the talent, we know we've got the togetherness in our dressing room. And as you come down the stretch in a business end any season, you can purely focus on yourself and your results. It doesn't have to be pretty. Some nights it can be better than others. And I thought we had a bit of everything here tonight. And as I say, probably as happy as you might get me, unless we're silverware at the end of the year.
One last question. Widnes next week. Just quick thoughts on that game, going in there with a 5-1 lead. But that tie's not over, is it?
No, we go in there 0-0. We play it as an hockey game. we go in to win the game. I don't think anybody, I think it's wrong for anybody to go in and almost play with a 4-goal advantage or whatever that is. You have to go in and be ready to play. You know they're going to come hard early. You have to absorb some pressure. It's a tight rink. It's a rink traditionally we've not done great in. Obviously the last league game we needed overtime. I think they probably thought they had us at that stage, and we kind of showed that, you know, we never give up. We don't stop. We keep going. We find a way. We keep going to that saying of the good teams find a way to win. And no, we're going to have to be good. We're going to have to be ready. But you know, I think tonight's performance, the home performance against Widnes, has showed that we've come off the break, maybe re-energised, refocused. There's a lot of experience still in that dressing room that knows how to win trophies. And we're going to have to be going in there, as I say. We'll go in as a 0-0 game. We'll go to win the game and try and cement our spot in the final. We now know that it's Billingham Stars that await whoever makes the final. And obviously, yeah, we're determined that it's going to be us, and we'll see what happens.
Well, thank you for talking to us as ever. Congratulations on a 10-1 win, and best of luck for next week in Widnes.
Pleasure, thanks Andy.